G'day everyone, T-Nick back here again in Transport Fever. Where the hell are we? We're outside Plano, I think. Yeah? Yeah, Plano. Yes, that was a nice dramatic opening scene ruined by massive zooming out because I, well, as usual, did little to no preparation. So why are we outside Plano? We're actually looking at Plano Iron Ore Mine here. God, that was a lucky guess. If it was allocated to another town, I would look really stupid. What I'm looking at here is Plano Iron Ore Mines here. We've also got this handy-dandy oil well up here. We've also got this handy-dandy quarry up here. We've also got this handy-dandy quarry up here. So we have some options. We do have this steel mill here, which I'm going to ignore because, well, I don't know where we're going to find coal in this area, and it's all just too hard. But yeah, so at the end of last part, I alluded to taking this iron ore over to this steel mill over here. We've already increased the coal train. That's an oil well. We've already increased the coal train capacity, so now we need to increase iron ore to balance that out. Obviously, the risk we run by, bringing in multiple mines is that we run with an imbalance over here. Hopefully, we don't end up with too much iron ore or too much coal or too much steel or too much of something. Fingers crossed. But we've also got this handy-dandy couple of quarries up here. We've got a construction materials plant here, or we've got the one we're already using over here. We've also got one here. So we've got a few options for the stone there. I'd rather not transport it up here because that would likely be road-based. I'd rather, use the river line that we've already got to either bring it down to this one or put in a Y junction here and bring it up to this factory here. And then obviously we can bring the construction materials back down here to Plano for distribution. But first we want to connect up this iron ore mine. So I'm going to operate on the basis that we're also going to have stone trains down here. So we're going to go with we want the flexible station. We want a slightly bigger flexible station than that. But yeah, we want to go 2 tracks because, let's be honest, 2 tracks better than 1. No, because if we're going to have 2 trains, one for stone, one for iron ore, we obviously want 2 tracks. So I'm going to need a better street connection than that, please. That's perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. So we'll flip the station around, and then we'll put that on there. No, now it's the wrong end, dummy. We'll flip the station around so that we can have it like that, so we can have the truck stop up the top there. I'm pretty sure if we plop it there, we can get it connected up properly. So we'll swing it around at a better angle. Now let's say there. Literally no thought or planning goes into this. My thought process is, no, that'll do. Small country road, yes, if we could connect that up, too much curvature, there we go. So that connects the station up to the iron ore mine, and then we'll obviously have our little truck interchange up here near the main station building, just for eye candy purposes really. There's no rhyme or reason to that whatsoever. Why did I build it with overhead wires, you're asking? Well, I'm thinking we might dally in electric trains. No, I'm just kidding, I'm just an idiot and I forgot to turn them off, so we'll just fix that there. Yeah. No. Come on, what would you expect any less from me? So what we need to do is we need to bring this out as a pair of tracks running in parallel up here before the junction, just so we can have a bit of space to let the trains back up, just in case we've got a bit of a log jam down at the junction here. So I'll bring out a couple of tracks here, and then we'll just need to sort of shoehorn in a set of crossovers here. Hopefully we can get away with that, and it looks pretty. It looks... Oh, no, there's a bump. There's a speed hump. We got a speed hump. No, not happening. No, it's not my day. That's okay. Let's bring that in. Yeah, we want to keep them reasonably narrow because we obviously need room for trains to park up here before they come into the platform. So we'll need to drop down a searchy signal there. That's my new abbreviation for searchlight, by the way. It's a searchy. Just going to drop a searchy. That sounds like it could have dirty connotations, but it doesn't. We're keeping it clean here on the Transport Fever nonsense. So we'll bring this track in like this. Hopefully you haven't slammed the brakes on because of something I've done. And that junction looks really nice and smooth. Isn't that pleasing? It's nice to have a win every now and again. So now we're going to need to let autosave step in and do its thing. It's cool. So we're going to need to make sure we have a one-way signal here just to prevent anyone getting a bit too enthusiastic with these 2 tracks here. And likewise, we're going to have a one-way signal pair there. Just in case anyone wants to get a bit ahead of themselves and go, oh, actually, I'd rather run the wrong way. No, we're not running the wrong way. So the steel train stopped because he's waiting for the other steel train to come off the junction there. Hopefully that steel train will push ahead of the passenger train. Never thought I'd say that, but, well, the steel is making a lot of money. So, good job you. Eventually we will have to double track this Y junction here with a third... Sorry, rather, when we put a third steel train on. I was going to say with a third steel train, but we have no plans yet. Wait till we expand steel mill production before we go getting ahead of ourselves. So this is going to become a very busy little line down here because we've obviously got the river line running on it. We've got the steel trains and soon to have stone and iron ore trains. Now, the problem we are going to have is over here. I need to expand this station. You're thinking, well, that's fine. Just hit upgrade and add an extra track onto it. And that is perfectly fine. Here I was thinking I'd have to revisit exactly how I built it, but no, main street connection left, no, okay. All of the settings have been remembered. I was really concerned that the curvature, I'd get that wrong. Now this will, because it's a curved station, disconnect the tracks up there, so I'll just have to hit pause to build it. And then obviously we're just gonna have to tweak the entryways here just to make sure everything connects up smoothly. But you know what, that's a small price to pay for the ability to have a curved station. And by small price to pay, I mean that doesn't want to connect up at all now. Cool. How about you? You will. It's just you being a little shit. Okay. No, that's fine. It's fine. Just remember how everything was. There we go. Okay. Yep. See. Yep. That wasn't so hard, was it? Why are you complaining? Wait. Oh, of course, because this end is disconnected, dumbass. I'm thinking, I fixed it. What you whinging about? No, you haven't fixed it. You've just sort of fixed a little bit of it and gone, yeah, that's good enough. Standard tracks, yeah, connecty. Where the hell did this track go? Naffed off into space, obviously. Boom. See, all warnings gone, all problems solved. I am a transport fever god. I realise I'm getting way too big for my britches here. So, bring this track down here. Sort of, maybe there. We need to make sure you can get to the depot. This is my concern. Can I shoehorn you onto this track here? I can. Ah, marvellous. That doesn't help you because you still can't get to the depot. Good work, me. So, how are we going to get you across to the depot? Are we going to be able to fit in a set of points here? We are, and it's going to look absolutely hideous. It actually doesn't look too bad at all. And that gets you to and from the depot, and to and from the in and out. Okay, you know what? That's fine. I really underestimated how good that would be. Now, let's just, yeah. Oh, look at this. Yes, that's right. Certain viewers at home looking at you, Greenhill. I've figured out how to smooth it, and by figured it out, I mean I'm remembering your tip from, a couple of parts ago, so thank you for that. Good, we now have an extra platform here. We don't need to connect up this end. Arguably that would have been the easier end to connect up because we didn't have to worry about the depot. So I probably should have just moved one of these trains over to this track. But you know what, it's done now, whatever. It's fine, it's cool, whatever, it's sweet. You can just whatever. Now I don't want to look at bus routes. Bus routes are for chumps. We do want to have a train coming from Plano Annex. And we want that train to come over to Sally the Steel Mill. You can full load at Plano Annex, please, and this is going to be iron ore. No, it's not a question. It's not iron ore. It's not iron ore. It's not iron ore. It's just iron ore. Yep, just iron ore. It's from Plano, which we'll call Plan, to Fort, which I'm pretty sure is just Fort Collins. Good. Now, we just need a train for that route. Now, we're going to go with a nice big monster engine here. We'll go with the Mikado again because I like the Mikado and I don't have to justify myself to you people. And we're going to go with a... How long do we build the other train? Where's the other iron ore train? Okay, zoom out a bit. Okay, that looks like a train there. Hello. Oh, of course you've left some iron ore behind. Of course this thing's decided to increase production. Oh, there goes the depot window. Whoops-a-daisy. So you have a capacity of 168. So let's try and remember that. And by remember that, I mean leave that window open, point it at the screen again. Didn't mean to. 168, and we want a caboose. Yes. Hopefully this won't imbalance the steel mill with too much coal or too much iron ore, and if it does, well, I'll just cry into my cup of tea. Because that's the sort of thing I will do. Whoop, I've accidentally... Yep, I'm not pressing the button anymore. The map is just moving by itself. So we're going to end up in this corner for a few minutes. Yep, okay, now we're just going to vibrate. That's a good Saturday night right there. Good consistency there. Bricks. Now what is this? This is iron ore. Plan to fort. Off you go, son. That's fixed it, and we get to watch the dramatic departure shot as usual. I forgot to check what platform he was coming into. Platform 1. Is that what we wanted? It is. I thought platform 1 was the one by the building, but you know what? As long as it works, I don't really care. So you, sir, are going to go in, you'll do a dummy run into the steel mill station just to make sure you know where it is, and then you'll turn around and head off to the mine. And I'm not doing this again. Apparently this is our life now. We are just... I wonder if I can make this work, just constantly be navigating the map right of screen. This is actually quite a dramatic view. Let's just enjoy this. No, we're getting away from the steel train. Oh, bollocks. Oh, I was hoping to see the fuel train and the steel train at the same time, but... well, you can sort of see it. It's a nice idea. It's just, as usual for this channel, poorly executed. Also, Train 38's reached its lifetime and should be replaced. What will that do? Did that fix it? I think that fixed it. No, it didn't. There we go. We fixed it now. Okay, Train 38. Where are you? You're over in Boston. You're on the Austin local. Oh, bless. That's an old line. How many trains do we have on this line, by the by? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and they're all going to get old at exactly the same time. Well, except this fella. I don't know where he came from. Now, the Austin local. How is that doing as a line? Quite well for itself. How are we going for capacity? Reasonable. With 17 people left behind. What do we got? 5 cars. We got a mogul. Do we have any sort of commuter train? Because the Austin local I see is a bit of a short haul commuter. So let's have a look. Where's a depot? We need some sort of depot. Do we not have a depot in Boston? We've got one down at the freight yard, surely. There we go. So what are we looking at? That's an electric engine. I don't think we want an electric engine. That's a diesel rail car. It's 1 unit. It does do 100 k's an hour, but it's only got a capacity of 13 as opposed to these carriages that are 16 each. So that'd be a bit of a step backwards. What are you? You're not a suburban engine, are you? I think you're a freight engine. Okay, so no, we'll probably just end up having to go with the Atlantic, unfortunately. We don't have a lot of variety at the moment. I should get on the workshop and try and download some more vehicles. Yeah, we're going to end up with a very samey looking fleet at this rate. What else do we have? The Mikado's a freight engine. I'm really tempted to electrify just so we can use this thing. 113 k's an hour. Cost 1.3 million a year. What's this cost? 288 grand a year. That's a big step up. I'm fixing things. Leave me alone. It's a big step up in cost, though, isn't it? It does have a lot more power. Not much more top speed. No, we'll go with the Atlantic. We'll just stick with what we know. And as much as I like the look of the heavyweights, 180 k's an hour, we don't need the speed because this bugger's limited to 100. See? 100. So we'll go with 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll go with 4 cars for this one because that will increase capacity. 72 as opposed to 80. Okay, well, we'll put an extra train on then. Shut up. Leave me alone. So you, sir, we've built you at the wrong depot too, by the way. Just get rid of you. Sorry about that. Sorry, just was looking at available trains and got confused. In fact, why don't we just replace the ones we have? So we'll get rid of... Okay, well, it would help if we looked at the right window, wouldn't it? Get rid of the replacement train and go ahead and get me an Atlantic and get me 1, 2, 3, 4 6-axle cars there. That's going to be 25.7 million. That's fine, and I wanted to put on an extra train to not only increase the frequency, but to make up for the loss of capacity with the shorter trains. Got to find a convenient depot to this line, though. That's going to be a challenge. Look, if we build him down here, he can come up the freight line. Can't he get onto the passenger line up here? Yeah, he can. There we go. He can figure it out. And if he can't, it's going to be a fun challenge for the driver to sort of pathfind his way. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that was the Austin local. Top of the list, top of the pops, top of my heart. Oh, autosave's having an opinion. Hi. Cool. That's fine. Now, one thing I forgot to do when I built this station over here was build 3 tracks. Because we have this oil well I completely forgot about. So, yeah, good work me. Because obviously we've got the stone coming in from this side, or we will. But I want to have the oil coming in because would it make sense to run the oil to that station? We may as well just run the oil directly over here. In fact, we can have a dedicated line because we can sort of squeeze under this bridge here. Probably not. Can we fit a railway line under here? No. Can we? No. Okay, so we can't do that. So trucks. Did someone say trucks? I think we should have trucks. That's probably too far. Okay, let's just shelve that whole idea to begin with. And by to begin with, I mean we'll probably never come back to it. We could actually go to this oil refinery up here. We could run it down on this line. We could chuff up to Mount Important, and it's all the way up there. No, bugger it. Shelve it, don't care. Let's look at the stone. We've got a lot of stone up here, don't we? And I found some coal. If we need more coal, it's up here. We can run it down the existing line. Found the coal. That's good. Coal. Stone. Yeah, let's talk stone. Let's talk stoners. Let's talk getting stoned. No, we can't do that. No, we're railway workers. We have a responsibility to be drug-free. So do we want to go a Y junction over here and make more use of this factory over here? Yeah, try to deliver more stone. Well, that's exactly what I want to do. If we expand this with more tracks, how is that going to work? We could put in another siding on the end here. It is a bit convoluted already. I'm tempted to move our operation over to this one here because it's right on the main line. You know, you can still get to Fort Collins Industrial over here. I mean, obviously we've got trucks doing that at the moment, but you know, we can divert the slag over here. We can bring this stone down. Yeah, let's do that. So how many platforms have we got over here currently? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to need another stone train. So that's 5. We're going to want to take the bricks out. So that's 6. Yeah, let's go with 6 tracks. Now I don't want overhead wires. Bugger that off. Where's that option? No, that's show station building. Okay. We want to bugger off the overhead wiring. There it is. It's right at the top. Good thing we went all the way down to the bottom. We want to fix our street connection up. Now let's see. We're going to have to put the station fairly... What's complaining? Yeah, I know it's a collision. Tucson Sawmill. You've complained before. So, how are we going to go if we build a road sort of up here like this? Is that going to... That doesn't include in the catchment. Okay. So what if we instead brought this road... No, that's an awfully curvy road. We brought this road down around here, keeping it as close as possible to the thing. The brickworks thing. That will include... Okay, good. Okay, let's just tweak it a bit. There we go. Tweak it, twerk it. Yeah, that'll be able to connect up reasonably well. I wouldn't mind putting a bit of a curve in it. That's too much of a curve. That's a medium amount of curve. I'm happy with that. And let's go with that same amount of curve at the other end. There we go. That's going to connect up to the main line better. And we said 6 tracks, didn't we? That's a number of tracks that we have decided to build. And now we have built it. Cool. We now have a big... did I even build that long enough? I don't think I built that long enough. 200 and... Can we go 260? We've got the room. May as well. Yeah, 360 rather. Maths is really not my strong point. Cool. So the first thing we want to do is connect up the stone to this line here. So we've obviously already got the station here. We need the trucks coming down here. We'll get that going. So we need a platform on this side connecting up to this line here. So we'll bring these tracks in here. We need them to be parallel for a smidge. In the cutting, of course. That seems to be the most appropriate place for it. Parallel to about there, please. And then if you could shave off down to the siding, that would be wunderbar. Bring that one down like that. Yeah, it looks reasonably straight. There goes one of our passenger trains doing his thing. And then we'll bring this in here with a fancy schmancy junction. And by fancy schmancy, I mean basically the same junction we've been building this entire game. I really would like to make that little bit of land there disappear though, because it looks a bit ugly. Good, so that's connected up down there. We've got a little bit more. Just make it pretty. No one will want you if you're not pretty. Do we want to have a dedicated depot for this area? I think we do. It's yeah, it's going to be quite busy, and getting things out of this depot here might be a bit sort of disruptive. So, given most of the traffic will be coming from this side, I'll put the depot on this side over here. Show me depot. No, it's a fancy bridge. Show me depot, and can we keep it roughly at track level, please? That would be super duper. That's roughly at track level. Boom. Plumb it in, make it happen. And now, will that be able to connect up to everything? That's my next question. It will over there. If we bring it down like that, we can then have a set of points here, and that kills 2 stones with 1 bird because you can change tracks. And then we need to bring it out of the depot as well, up in this direction here. So we need to make sure we can get to all of them. Well, not really, actually. As long as it can get through the station, it'll figure itself out. So we'll connect it up to those 2 tracks. Let's get a slightly more attractive set of points in there. And then, yeah, it can figure it out from there. And obviously we'll need to fix this little bumpy bit of land here. Let's just got a slightly larger brush size to try and just smooth and flatten everything out a bit. Make it look a little bit more natural, like this is actually somewhat intentional as opposed to me just, you know, doing whatever I feel like. There we go. Oh, look at that. We can even a track out there and undermine the upper track. Okay, that was a bad idea. Let's just put that tool away because we don't really want to bugger anything up. So coming from this side, we're going to have bricks and, what do you call them, stone. Well, stone will be coming in. So we'll put a set of points in here. That's fine. And we're not really going to have a lot of room for trains to sort of queue up back towards the main line. That's not going to be ideal. We might have to extend the incoming track out a bit. We'll see how we go. At least that's the easier one to extend. It's not trying to come down the middle here. And then obviously we will have a couple of signals. Nope, just dip there. Yep. Okay, a couple of one-wayers in here. Suitably signaled that. We'll remove the old semaphores down here, mostly because they're German. That's not a racism thing, it's just they're German semaphores, so they don't really fit with the American map. And we'll replace them with a fancy color light signal there. Good, so that has now connected up. That brickworks there with the station where we're loading the iron ore. In fact, you are... Wow, you're doing really well for yourself. Look at you. You've got a whole wagon and a bit. Cool. This line is doing splendidly. And what's your problem? It's because you've already got too much iron ore. More coal! Send in more coal. Do we need a second coal train? I knew we'd have an imbalance. In fact, you're now hauling less iron ore as well. Bugger! More coal. Quick. Okay, we've got a lot of coal over there. That's fine. What do we have there? Still waiting for this train to upgrade. Cool. Where are you, by the way? So you, sir, are bringing a full load of coal in around... Where the hell are you? Sir? What are you doing? You've gone from here to here, when literally your entire job is to go from here to here. And there's nothing wrong with the line, you've just naffed off into space. So... You know, good for you, I guess. Okay, let's just go ahead and get a second coal train, and if this one comes back, we can, yeah, figure it out. That's, yeah, good for you. So 22 wagons we need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Then we want a caboose, which should be up the top here. Boom. Okay. And let's just send you out on the coal line. Yeah, look, if you ever make it back, like, ever, we'll talk about it. But, yeah, you are just going on an adventure. You're taking this coal to see the world. Seriously, man, what are you doing? You know what, I'm just going to let him figure it out himself. I'm sure he'll figure out what he's doing. But, yes, if we can get a second coal train going, hopefully that will actually start delivering some coal. Because we probably need it. So we need to set up a line here for the stone. So we'll come from Plano Annex and we'll go down to Fort Collins East. And this is going to be stone from Plano to Fort. Good. So that's fine. We've got that set up. We will buy a train for that shortly. But obviously there's nothing for him to haul yet because we need the trucks to be en route as well. So... let's go with a nice little cheap truck stop down here. Do like a good cheap truck stop. Are we going to have problems with this level crossing? Yeah, yeah, it's not that busy of a line, so I think we'll get away with it. I know how much fun I have building ridiculous bridges, and by fun I mean I hate it so much. So if you could upgrade that road there to be a modern sort of highway road thing, and we may as well upgrade it down there as well. That's fine. And that's upgraded all the way up to the stone quarry thing. Stone quarry thing? Yeah, stone quarry thing. Yeah, I know technical terms. Now, that's a little bit pricier. We can get it nice and cheap if we build it there, though. Do we have a road vehicle depot down here we can use? We do. Good. Let's just go ahead and get that set up there. That's definitely an olive green color we've gone with. I question the choice, but I'm just going to run with it. So this is stone plan, because it's just literally going from plano to plano. And I'm assuming this is Cincinnati quarry. Okay, good. So yeah, we can have then Sin to plan or whatever if we need a second set of stone trucks. So you, sir, I would like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 because I'm optimistic. And we're going to set you all up on the stone line that we've just started. Stone plan. Yeah. And then while they're making their way up to the quarry, we will also buy ourselves a stone train. We'll go the Mikado again. I like the Mikado. And we'll go with... how big do we build these stations? God knows. Let's have a look. How many? We're up to 13, 14. 14 will do. And we can always expand it later. And we'll get a caboose. And we'll send you forth on... that would be stone... Plan to fort. There you go. Off you go, buddy. You got it figured out, don't you? Don't you? Yeah, here you go. So he's going to come into here on a dummy run just to reverse, but you know what? That's a-okay. And then we can spend the rest of the episode trying to sort out the other trains and actually, you know, have them go to this new brickworks instead of the old one, because the old one is played out. I've had enough. But that's a magnificent looking engine, isn't it? Big Mikado storming into the station. And by storming, I mean sort of slowly pondering. So, hey guys, I brought some stone wagons. What do you think? Just gonna run this train back and forth. Hopefully not make a massive loss, but I might make a massive loss because I probably didn't build the train big enough. So, you know, that's a thing we do now. But yeah, so we've got to connect up the other end to the main line as well. So because these two tracks here are incidental, we'll run this down like that. That didn't quite make it parallel, but it's pretty close. We will run these. In fact, why don't we run this one down? No, you're not going to run down. Okay. We'll run them down just in case we actually need them, but I don't think they'll see much in the way of usage. These two are the ones that'll probably see a bit more action. So bring you down like that, bring you down like that. Now we're going to need to merge in sort of... No, you're not going to merge in. You're going to be a jerk. You will merge in like that, and you'll merge in like that. That is an ugly-ass junction, so we'll just try a different strategy here. Why don't we bring you in sort of there, and bring you in parallel like that. I don't know what that's going to achieve, but it looks kind of cool, so whatever. We also need a set of reversing tracks for these two platforms down here, but first we'll worry about connecting them up to the main. I'd like you to snap, please. You've snapped. You've done well there. Good job. So bring the third track down like that. I have no idea where that's going. Now, this junction here is going to be interesting because I thought we might be able to have a flyover, but of course some of the trains will need to go around to Fort Collins. So, yeah, what we have to do is try and merge everything in here and then split them off again. So this is going to be an interesting experience for us all. And by for us all, I mean mostly me because I'm the one doing the building. You lazy sods just sitting at home enjoying my hard labour. So bring this track around here. Why don't we bring this around as a dedicated third track for the freighters? That might be an idea, because we do have a bit of a logjam forming at this junction already. Yeah, so we want a third track over the bridge. Yeah, I don't really know what the point of this third track is, but I know I'll figure it out eventually. Bring him around like that. Is it because we've got trains turning around at Fort Collins? Is that the problem? Because we've got one of the passenger lines turns around here, doesn't it? Show me trains. Yes, okay, so we might have to move that terminus up the line a bit. Or put a third platform in. In fact, that's probably what we can use the third track for. Oh, don't sigh at me, you gibbon. Let's go third track here and see what that... Okay, that's a bit short. That's still a bit short. That's perfect. Boom. Good. Everyone's going to get annoyed and shuffle around. Yeah, okay. So we can move the terminus track into the middle there. And just bring this down like that. There we go. And that way we've had no interruption to operations down here. We can eventually tweak and fiddle and whatever it is we need to do. Because what'll that be? That'll be the inbound track going through the other side. And if I'm correct, that's not what we wanted because, yeah, the through trains are... Let's have a look. Is it the southwestern branch or the river line? So the river line's the one that's turning around here. Okay. So we might have to extend the river line up a bit. The southwestern branch is the one that's going up to Austin. In fact, we might have the river line go around to Austin and have the southwestern branch turn around at Fort Collins long term. That might be the easiest way to do it because, yeah, I want to turn this middle platform here into a turn back. But obviously, the third track is the one coming around from the river line side, so we'll need to figure out some sort of solution there. But for now, it'll function purely as a freight line, and that's okay. So we need to make sure every platform here can get over to this third track, which comes out here. So, given that this is an outbound line already, we'll put a set of points in... Where do they meet up? They meet up here. So we'll put a set of points in, say, here. Yep, that should avoid conflict. So now every track needs to be able to get over this line. Wow, we've got quite a queue forming at that junction. We do need to do something. So this track here can already get out. That's fine. This track here needs to be able to get onto that one. So now he can get out that way. And then everyone needs to be able to get over to this track here. So we'll put a set of points in, say, here. And that looks hideous. So we will immediately remove that set of points because that was stupid. Cool. Good to know. I'll bugger off Road Vehicle 174. I'll fix you later. Oh, that is a very empty steel train. We really need to fix that that imbalance of iron ore and coal, and we need to fix it quickly. What if we put a set of points in here? That works. And then we put a set of points in up here. That also works. It's a bit tight, but it works. Now we need a way for these trains here to be able to get across to that track there. That's going to be a bit more difficult. Easier said than done. What if we put a set of points in here? That works. I mean, they're not really going to be used in normal service, so that's okay. So everyone needs to be able to get out on the two outbound tracks, which is this one here and this one here over on the end. So, is that going to be doable? Yes. Now, inbound trains are all coming in on this one track here, which I'm sure isn't going to choke things up at all. And of course, they can't get to all platforms yet. So, a set of points here will help. Good. That can then come across here, and we need a set of points up here as well. This is going to be a very busy station, and I strongly suspect we're going to create a lot more problems than we're solving. That set of points didn't really work. Back it off, try again, you know, the usual. Try building that there. That worked. That's good. Yeah, so these tracks here not getting used, but everyone can come out of these four and get back to any track over here. Right? Yes? I hope so. Good. So, first thing we need to do is start hauling bricks out of here. Do we want to go road vehicles into Fort Collins? How many platforms do we have? We have stone and bricks going that way. We have stone coming in this way. We have bricks going out that way. And then we've got slag coming in. We can have one for bricks going out. Do we have a spare platform over here to receive them? No. Road vehicles it is. Good. Excellent. I don't want to mess with that station any more than I have to. And as trucks get better and better, we should be pretty good for that. Ooh, we've got an Alco HH600, which seems useful, probably. We do want to upgrade this road here just so it looks a bit more in keeping with the theme. And now, how are we going to get into town? We've got town trying to expand over this way already, so it would probably behoove us to build a bridge across. How are we going to get into town, though? We're going to bridge across our own railway line like here. Where's the trucks going? The trucks are going up to the industrial area, so that wouldn't necessarily be the worst route to take. First of all, we got to try and get a... Let's go medium street. We've got to try and get a bridge over our railway line. Okay. So we want to come out this way and we want to go up quite violently. That's too violent. That's perfect. Good. Now we want to flatten it out and hopefully get a bridge in. There we go. Yeah, okay. What are you collisioning with? No collisioning. We don't need the collision. No, we don't need the construction not possible, do we? That's a ridiculously humpy bridge. I don't hate it, though. Let's have a look at our options. No. That's not too bad. It's a bit humpy, but I can live with it. And I will. So, you know. Now, if I wanted to back that off slightly, I can. Just to try and make that that approach a little bit more natural. Yeah, that's improved things by about 1%, I reckon. And that's good, because the 1% is all that matters. So we'll now knock off that end there and bring that down to the flat. And then, of course, we're going to have to build a bridge across this way here. How's that going to look? Is that going to look okay? Doesn't look too bad, actually. And we want to go matching. Of course we do. There we go. This better pay off, by the way. This has been a decent investment in roads. So that's good. So now we've actually connected the town up. So as that expands, we can send a bus service over there. And we've also connected up for the trucks. So I'll set a new line up so we can divert all the trucks from this line in good time. So we want to have a line coming from Fort Collins Central over to Fort Collins Transfer. We want him full loading there, and we'll call that bricks. Actually, we'll call it brick deliveries. Fort Collins. There we go. That's probably keeping with the theme, right? Let's look at road vehicles. No, we've completely changed the order of how we've typed things. So Fort Collins bricks, brick deliveries. There we go. Brickworks delivery. It's consistent enough. Let's just run with that. So eventually we'll be having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I might chuck 4 on to start with, just until we get everything switched over, and that way we can get things moving before we try and swing everything around. But eventually we'll just divert all the trucks over to this new brickworks over here. So that's fine there. So probably the easiest train to divert to start with will be the slag train. So that's the Fort Collins slag train there. So he's currently coming up here to unload. We would rather send him over there. We can delete the waypoint and delete Upper Fort Collins and instead send him over there. Good. And hopefully that will eventually correct. You got no slag waiting at the moment, but you do have a lot of iron ore. So we could really use that coal train to show up sometime soon. So hopefully, are you the slag train there? You are, good. So hopefully you will run empty just for the one trip, but then you'll start bringing slag over there once everything at the steel mill realizes that things are changing. Good, so that's the first line fixed up. Show me trains, show me visible trains. What else have we got on this line here? We've got bricks, Fort Collins to Sioux Falls. Forgot that existed. Probably do not have a platform over here for it. Whoops-a-daisy. What else do we have coming out of Fort Collins? We've also got bricks to Midland, and we've got the stone train. Okay, so these trains here we need to change. So, who's going to be the easiest target to start with? We haven't actually built the Y junction here yet, so none of them. Good. Okay, that's good. Let's go ahead and try and put them off to one side. We'll just put them up there. Hopefully those windows will stay open. We're going to have to demolish pretty much all these roads, though, because they are just going to get underfoot, I'm pretty sure. Whoop, zoomed in too much. Didn't mean to zoom that much in. Let's just back it all off. We'll have to reconnect this up eventually, just for, my own sense of OCD. Easy. Don't delete any tracks. Back that off there, and that looks ugly, so we'll fix that up. Whoop, forgot our trucks were using it. Sorry. Yeah, there you go. And there's that. No, I saw you. You had plenty of time to move on to the new road. You're just being a martyr. So, trains coming out of this area here are using this track here. They're coming onto the main here. Good. So we're getting rid of these signals. That was easy. We're getting rid of these signals. We're going to have to re-signal the whole thing anyway. Who are we kidding? We'll leave the signals down at the junction for now, just to avoid too much of an issue. Now, we need to make sure that the junction happens after the junction onto the freight line, so that should be okay. If we bring you across like that, what's that going to do for us? yeah, I still really want to have some sort of flyover type situation here. Because, you know, this is just crossing the passenger line for no reason other than to get over there. Tell you what, we'll build it as an at-grade interchange for now, and then next part we'll work on building a flyover for the passenger lines. Just to get the passenger trains out. Null segment, that's a new complaint. I haven't had that one before. No, you're really keen on that one. Okay. Null segment. Oh, well, you'll connect up there, so good enough. So we need to bring this track across like this. That's fine. Yeah, so eventually we'll have the passenger lines go over the top here, but at the moment I think we can get away with it. So we'll bring this line across like this. Yeah, that looks okay. That's a very tight corner there. I'm not keen on that. And we need to connect you up like that. Please be a smooth junction. Please, 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 please. Of course not. That is literally the ugliest thing I've ever seen. It's just, yeah, okay. Let's just remove all of that. That's not working for us. In fact, apart from the passenger train, are we actually going to have anything using this line? I don't think so. I think it's just going to be the passenger train. Okay. We'll get this train out of the way here first. Shoo. Yep, bye-bye. Okay. Hit the pause button. And we're going to get rid of all of this. All of it gone. Because if it's just the one passenger train using this line, we can afford to rejig the junction in favour of the freight trains. And then just make the passenger trains... did that connect up smoothly? It didn't really. No, okay, we can fix that. We can make that better. Yeah, what I'm thinking is we rejig the junction in favour of the freight trains. And, no, we need this to parallel just briefly, just to get it on the right level. There we go. And then we can bring this up here and just single track it. In fact, I'll be looking to single track the entire junction eventually. Now that's messy for now, but obviously we're going to rejig our freight trains onto the correct track. Hit play again. Get rid of that. Yeah, because eventually we can probably single track this whole part of the Y junction here, because it'll just be the one or two passenger trains using it. Because obviously I want to return to having the train just shuttle between Fort Collins and Midland, and then we'll send the river line down to Austin as we did originally, and then just pump more trains on that line. Just so we can keep it simple, keep it easy, keep it breezy. In fact, we could probably have this single line just have its own dedicated line all the way into Fort Collins and back again. Just spitballing it there. But first we need to redirect all these trains. So now that we have the junction, or the rudimentary junction in place, we haven't put any signals down yet. So, Stone, mid to Col. You're coming from Midland Branch and going to Upper Fort Collins. Not anymore. You're now coming down here to Fort Collins East, and that should be fine. You're quite happy with that. You do want to use the one track, but you should correct yourself once we get the signals in and we demolish all of this nonsense up here. So bricks, your Fort Collins to Midland. Okay, we're going to have to delete all your orders. We're going to get you to start there and then bring your bricks up to... Where are we sending the bricks? Oh, we're sending it here. Okay, my bad. Sorry. I thought there was a station further in town there. So you should be fine now. Yes. And again, you've decided to use the one track here, but that's okay. Once we put the signals down, everything will be fine. So far, why have you guys insisted on using these platforms here? Could you, in fact, why have you decided to go through there? Is there no way for you to get back? That's a bit confusing. Okay, we're gonna have to look at that once we've redirected this one. And the Sioux Falls brick train. Obviously, we will have you full load up here and then come down to Sioux Falls here, and that will be fine as well. Now, it's time to fix up this station here, because we've got a number of trains that seem to want to go through there to turn around, and I don't understand why. So let's have a look. What have we got here? We've got Bricks Collins to Midland. That's fine, that's reversing, obviously using the wrong track up here, but we'll figure it out. Bricks, Fort Collins to Sioux Falls. You are, which platform are you using? Sioux Falls Exchange, no, Fort Collins East, you're using platform 2, which should be that one there. Yes, okay, no one is using platform 3. Why is that? What's wrong with platform 3? Is platform 3 smell? It's got all the facilities required to turn around, so... Let's try and turn stone around. You are using platform 4. Try platform 3 for me. Okay, good. That's good. Slag, you are turning around over there. That's fine. Why is the dark green train coming through here? What is the dark green train? That's the steel train. Why the steel train is diverting through here, I don't know. Maybe we can put a transfer track in for it, because it really shouldn't be coming through here. Also, the brown train is coming through. The iron ore train. Oh, you're reversing there. That's fine. That's what we want. Wait, no, you're not. You're going to the steel mill as well. That's a bit confusing. For some reason, the iron ore and steel trains have decided to transit through here, and I don't know why. So is anyone actually using platform 6? Because at the moment, yeah, the stone train is. Okay, so we want to use platform 5 for that, because no one's... Nope, you didn't like that. Nope, and we'll move the slag train over to platform 4. So that's fine, and now we just got to get the steel and the iron ore trains off this track here. I'm not sure why they want to go through the freight station. Maybe it's to get out of the way of the passenger trains. Maybe they've just found a way to get around quicker. I don't know. But now that we've redirected everything down there, we can get rid of this whole facility up here and redirect these trucks. So now we need to bring up the line window here. We need to bring up trucks, and we need to send all of you guys back to the depot. Good, and then we can delete that line there. And for some reason, you're not showing. Show me everything. Why are you not showing? Oh, because it's on eyeball. Yes, so we now need to redirect all the trucks onto the new brick line, which should be under B for bricks. It's not, because it's probably under F for Fort Collins. Cool. Good. So we'll try and capture them all and redirect them onto the Fort Collins brick delivery line. So that way it saves them going back to the depot for no reason, because we are going to keep them, because I'm pretty sure I only replaced them a couple of months ago. Fort Collins brick deliveries, please. All of you. Oh, you're already in town. You're doing a good job. So that should bring us up to, I think, 18 trucks on that route, which should be fine, given that we've increased production, but we've also increased the distance. So hopefully it'll balance out. We can always put more trucks on if we need it. Fort Collins brick deliveries, please. Yes, off you go, all of you. You as well. Fort Collins brick deliveries. Fort Collins brick deliveries, and one more, and that will be all of them, and none of them ended up in the depot, so I'm counting that as a win. Excellent. So we'll remove this station and associated infrastructure in a second. What we also need to do is try and fix up this junction here, because we've got it functioning. It's just not functioning very well. We've got a lot of bi-directional movements. So, Southwestern Branch, you're the one that keeps going. How many vehicles do we have on that? 3. And they are all getting a bit long in the tooth. So I would like to see them as a one train. Can we fit another track in? I'm wondering, can we make this a quad track bridge? No, you are going to run into the road bridge. Yeah, okay, so you're not there. It's just the... You're not running into the road bridge at all. Oh, it just fits. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, because what I'm thinking is we quad track over here. We bring this track around like this. Bear with me. I know we've got 3 tracks on a junction. I said we'd only have 1. Well, I've changed my mind. We bring this all the way up here. That is 1 track, and that is ugly as sin. We'll come back and fix that later. Now, we need you to merge in with the outside track here. That's our basis. That will be our new line into Fort Collins. And then we'll obviously have to have him join up before the platform here. That's fine. Good. So, this will now be the line our passenger trains will be using. So, we've stuffed up you somewhat. So, the Southwestern Branch. We've got the 3 trains on there now. They are now going to turn around at Fort Collins platform. I think it's 1. Terminals, yeah, platform 1 there. Okay, good. So, we now need to... show you Midland to Fort Collins. Everything else is deleted. And we need to change that over to platform 1. Could not connect all stations. Okay, so you can get up there fine, you just can't get back at the moment. That's fine, because we've got this bit of track here, and we're just going to fix that. So why can't you come down this track here and cross over onto this track here? Probably because we've still got signals lying around. This is why I've got rid of all the signals, to make sure we didn't have any duds. So we've got a dud. I'd say this signal here's the... No, okay. No, okay. I'm not sure why you're unable to get back down the hill there. Okay, so you're coming in this track here, and you should be able to cross over onto this line here to run around the corner, over the bridge, and you can't do it, and that's confusing me. So we'll just leave you alone for a second. Actually, where's the through track? No, that is the right track there. So they're coming down. I'm confused. They should be able to cross over at these points here. We must have missed a signal. Should be crossing over there, crossing over there. You're not. Okay, what I'll do is I'll hit pause and just demolish everything. So I thought that would work. It didn't work. It's not worked at all. So back you off a bit. Oh, of course, I've trapped the train in the demolished bit of track. That's not good. So demolish all that. Back that off there. Back all this off here. Because, you know, if in doubt, just bulldoze everything. Bulldoze. Thank God we've got the money for this, because otherwise we'd be in a hell of a lot of trouble right now. So, what we want to do is we want to keep the tracks coming around this way. This is all fine. And we'll connect this up for now just because that's the norm, but eventually this track here will also be the passenger line. And then we want to connect this up. No, okay, you're gonna be difficult. We want to connect this up through to here, through to the bridge. Yeah, don't null segment me, I'll null segment you. And we want to connect this up around like this. We want to reconnect this here because I probably demolished a bit more than I needed to. And then we want you to, no, come on, you can do it. We want you to connect up like that with an actually attractive diamond junction. Wow, never get those. And we want you to connect up like that. Good. So that's fixed the passenger line. We've also broken more things. Oh no, it's just the trains. Okay, so the southwestern branch is still confused. I'm not sure what you're confused about, friend. You should be able to come down this track here, come down here. Is there a signal sort of under the bridge here we've missed? No, you should be able to cross over. There's a signal at the platform. I demolished literally an entire junction because of that signal there. So, yeah, go me. So what are you guys having problems with? You're quite lost now. Okay, that's fine. Would you like to go to the depot? You can't go to the depot. Would you like to turn around? You can't turn around. Okay, so we've really made a meal out of you. Cool. And where are you? You're all the way up here, so we've made a meal out of you as well. You can go to a depot though. So you, sir, when I hit unpause, you're just going to stay still. That's fine. What I'm going to do is put you on the river line for now, just so you can... No path. Okay. Can we force you to pick a better station? No, we can't. Okay, you just really want to go to Fort Collins. Okay. Probably because we haven't expanded the river line yet. That's probably our problem here. He doesn't know where he wants to go. The river line should be down the bottom here. Let's just look at trains, please. Let's just look at visible trains, please. There's the river line. Excellent. So the river line will now be extending past Fort Collins. So after Merino Valley, you'll be going to Fort Collins again. I know it appears consecutively twice, but I'm going to fix it. I'm going to fix everything. Then you're coming up here to the top at Austin. Yep, see now he's on the move because he knows where he's going. And you're coming back through Fort Collins there. And we'll have to redesign Fort Collins Station so that it makes sense as well. But that's okay. The main thing is we've got everything moving again. No, what have we done now? There we go. Just get rid of... No, I don't know why I clicked on a commercial building, but I just did. So this junction here, we need to keep working on. And we need to fix up this station here. So, at the moment, we've got these trains coming through here. That's fine. And they're coming out the other side. That's also fine. So what we need to do is make sure the river line is using the correct platform here. Because currently we want him to use... On his first stop, he's using platform 1, which is not what we want. We want him to be coming through platform 2. That's broken it. Good, good. Let's just go back to platform 1. Okay. So, Fort Collins after Merino Valley, we want to use platform 3. So that's fine. The problem is, yes, we haven't rejigged the tracks at this end yet. That's my bad. Okay, so hit pause. Remove. There we go. Okay, this is fine. No, autosave picks the worst time as usual. That's cool, that's cool. Just toying with the future of the company. And connect them up like that. There we go. That's much better. And then we'll just have a set of points in here, just in case we ever need them, but I really don't think we will. So we can hit play again. We can get rid of the rail tool. So now, if I send you through platform 2, you're quite happy with that. There we go. That is fine. We've fixed the passenger lines. So, who else is trying to use that platform 1? Now no one. Now everyone is quite happy to go around it. This is good. This is what we wanted. We do still have trains using all 3 tracks on the bridge here, though, which is a little bit confusing. I don't like this level crossing here. It's annoying me. Bye-bye. There we go. Problem solved. So, okay, you're going to cross over there. Ideally, we want to have all trains using these 2 tracks on the bridge here. So once you've made your crossover, we can hopefully get rid of this and not break anything. We didn't break, we broke you. Rating for free path. Okay, that's okay then. That's fine. You are on the wrong track though, but eventually you will be on the right track up here. So, we've now got to tweak I don't care. We've now got to tweak these tracks over here because these 2 tracks here are the in and outbound tracks, but they don't actually connect up to the in and outbound tracks up here. So we'll fix that. In fact, we may as well fix that now. He is still going to need a set of points to get off this track here. So I know he's going to show up as lost for a second. But yeah, we'll fix that up like that. And we'll get rid of this 3rd track around here. Bye-bye, 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 bye-bye. And bye. No, I demolished the wrong thing. Why would I do that? Connect that up like that. In fact, I know I said I'd do it next episode, and I'm aware we've probably gone way over time already. Now is probably the time to send that passenger flyover in because, well, let's face it, we're redesigning this junction anyway. We need to make sure that, see, this track here needs to connect up with this one somehow, and this one needs to connect up with this one because currently it's all a bit of a mess. So we'll just redesign this whole thing. Yep, bye-bye. Smash it all, smash it all, smash it all. Good, okay, so we've got our basis here. So, our through tracks, we need this track here connecting up with this one. We also need it to be connecting up with this one. There we go. Now, this one here, this is our, let's say, westbound for argument's sake. We also need this track here to connect up like this. No, okay, you need to connect up to this one somehow. Like that. Perfect. Good. And that's actually a reasonably smooth diamond. I'm going to live with it. I don't like it, but I'm going to live with it. We need to connect you up like that. And you obviously will need to connect up down here to the freight line as well. And I think that actually worked. I think that's fine. No one's complaining, so we can hit unpause. That's good. Now, all we need to do now is put in the flyover track for the trains that are not... for the trains that are going from here around to Fort Collins. Rather, from Fort Collins around to there, which would be trains like this fella here, who's chuffing out like that. So, we'll have a split off here. That's fine. That's good. That's all at grade. That's good. Then we'll need to split the track off. Can we keep it? No, we had it. We sort of had it right there. That's fine. Now we need to come around here and we need to start upgrade. That's probably a bit tight of a corner. Can we can do better? We can do better. Yes. Let's upgrade a bit more. Yeah, there we go. Okay, good. Now we need to get over this freight line here. Is that going to be possible? Sort of. Fantastic. Can we flatten it out? No. Good. Okay, so we haven't gone up enough. That's fine. That's good. We're learning. We're lessening. So you, sir, come around like this, and yeah. Could you go up a steeper hill? Is that going to be... That's probably going to be too steep. In fact, let's steep a hill, but have the hill a bit shorter. That might help there. Good. So now, if you want to cross over, you can do that. You can't do it on the flat yet. No. You can do it on that sort of a grade, though. That's probably not too bad. In fact, can we keep it going up steep and then flatten it out? Will that work? It will. Look at that. We've done it. We've just got way too many bridge pillars again for some reason. That's probably higher than it needs to be, but you know what? I'm going to take it. That's way too fancy a bridge. That's a nice modern looking bridge. I'm not opposed to that one. We've got this nice modern one here. Or that, no. This one here looks suitably modern. Yep, let's do that. And now we're going to have to come back down again. That's always the hard part of the come down. So just, yep, default back down again, please. Why does it want to put too much bridge on this end? Let's just leave it. And let's try again, and we'll select embankment this time. There we go, that's better. So we need you to come down as steeply as possible, down to about here. And then we'll run this down. Can we connect you up? We can! Wunderbar! In fact, you've actually come down too far. So if you could not do that, that'd be great. Let's just back that off again, and try and connect you up a bit better. Will that work? That looks a lot better there. There we go. Good. So that's quite a steep hill and quite a tall bridge we've gone and built there. Don't know how happy I am with it. No, that's making it worse. We can probably get rid of some of this superfluous land under here, though. Try and even it up slightly. Yeah, make it look slightly more realistic. Yeah. I mean, it's an impressive bridge, don't get me wrong, it's just a bit much. But we can work on this here and make it look a bit better. Yeah, boy, this is turning into the game of the flyover, isn't it? Definitely. So, this track here will now become more or less a dedicated freight track, I imagine. Oh, no one wants to use the flyover yet. Okay, well, we'll fix that by putting some signals down. That corner there isn't great. I don't know really what we can do about that, though. It's a bit sort of, yeah, janky to try and get back in to connect up with the passenger line. I can get rid of these points. No, I've gone and gotten... No, yeah, I know. There we go. It's just... Okay, problem solved. Fix it up. Good. So, passenger trains should be coming out, and they really don't want to use the flyover. They want to use the level crossing down here, which is disappointing, because that means a waypoint. And it means adding the waypoint to all their orders, because otherwise they won't use that line. Actually, no, maybe we can just put some signals down, and that'll convince them that, hey, maybe we want to use the flyover. Maybe we really want to use the flyover. So drop some signals down. Drop one up there, other side of the bridge, and then say down here. And then we'll need a one-way signal here for trains coming off this bridge. There we go. Yes, please. What are you? You're the brick train. Okay. Did that help? No, no one wants to use the flyover. Okay. What if we put down another couple of signals down here? Will that help at all? Oh, there's a lot of whistling happening. I've upset someone. No, they still don't want to default to the flyover, so we will have to go ahead and waypoint the crap out of that. So we'll drop it up the top there. And now what are we looking for? We're looking for the river line. And we're looking for when he comes out of Fort Collins to go to Merino Valley, he would like to go via that. Actually, I think we can use a signal as a waypoint. We can't use that signal as a waypoint, obviously. What about this signal? Nope, nope. Okay, well, it was a nice idea, but I guess not. So that's fine. So now the passenger trains have their own little flyover to use, and that should keep them out of the way of all the freight trains. And I'm not sure how this junction works anymore. It is a bit of a mess of track, isn't it? Do we want to send the steel and the iron ore train over the flyover as well? I mean, it would get them out of this junction here. It's very tempting. At least they don't want to go through the freight station anymore, so there's that. I am tempted. I'll send the iron ore train over the flyover at least, just because he's empty, so he should be fairly straightforward to get over the flyover. Steel train being heavier, no, he should be fine because he can get up that big grade out of Cincinnati, so he should be fine as well. So select steel train as well. After Fort Collins, we'll send you through this waypoint as well. Good. Okay, so now, is anything actually using... Yes, the local freights are still using this complicated junction here. In fact, nothing is actually using this track here, but I'll leave it just because it looks pretty. I will get rid of this signal here, though, because it is likely just going to get in the way. And I will put a few signals down on this other track here, just to make sure our trains are suitably following each other. So we'll need signals around the triangle here, around the triangle, and then one before the bridge, please. Obviously, we'll need a couple of signals on this line here. There we go. And then over this side as well. I really should explore the idea of downloading some gantry signals as well, because I get the feeling that would help with the eye candy. So we'll drop a couple of signals in at the station here, and drop a couple in here as well. And that's a semaphore signal. We'll leave because I'm feeling lazy and we've also run out of time. Yes. Now, the last thing I want to do is upgrade the River Line trains to be something a bit fancier and a bit faster, and probably put another couple on now that the line has been extended up to Austin. Obviously, no one would travel from Austin to Merino Valley via Sioux Falls, but you know, we've extended the line around there for convenience. Good to see steel production has ramped up again. 284. What's your capacity, friend? 228. Good. Okay, so we're still transporting enough steel there. And also want to upgrade this little train here, because I'm pretty sure he's getting, yeah, it's not that old. 64 or 64, so I wouldn't mind increasing the capacity on the southwest branch either. In fact, we might go with, how many passengers do we have up at this end? 42. Might go with a couple of the rail cars, because this does seem like the perfect line to run the rail car on. So which depot would we use for that? We'd use this one here. So what if we went ahead and bought a couple of these? They're gas, self-propelled, they're called skunks, they carry 13 punters a go. We would need like 3 or 4 of them, wouldn't we? Yes, I don't know how feasible that would be. Or we could go with the HH, it's a switcher, no, it's probably a bit underpowered. 80 k's an hour, what are you, 100 k's an hour? What's that, how's that compare to our passenger trains? 100, yeah, okay. Because I do want to try and run this rail car. But that being said, it only has a capacity of 13. Would let us increase the frequency. Let's try it. It's 1 million a go. So let's try 4 of them. See how they go. And set them up on, what do we call it? Southwestern branch, please. Just see how you do. If you guys don't make money, I'll replace you with a traditional loco haul train. You, sir, I would like to send to the depot and sell you, because, well, we're all in on the diesels now on this line. Let's just see what they look like. Do they look pretty cool? Okay, I can see the appeal of that. I don't know if that's actually European or American. It's got an ugly bum, no offense, but I guess that means it can be driven both directions. Yeah, you got a nice sort of streamlined front and then an ugly bum. And how many people are waiting? 43. Okay, so we've got 52 passenger capacity on this line. So everyone will get on a train eventually. So he will leave full and hopefully make some money when he gets to the other end. And then the other one should be coming out of the depot any second now. I know, right? Yeah, there he is. He's waiting up there. Good. Okay. So that's fixed that. Now we just fix the river line and we'll call it a day. So you're on the river line there. No, we want the river line vehicles. So we've got the 5 trains. Obviously, one of them is a refugee from the southwestern branch who got a bit lost. Yeah, they're all getting a bit long in the tooth, so we could probably stand to replace them all anyway. And look, I guess we're going the Atlantic again. I don't really see anything suitably American to replace them with, apart from the Atlantic. I mean, we could set a bunch of wires up and go the electric, but I really can't be bothered. I'll deal with all these road vehicles after I've finished recording, I think. So let's go with the 4 carriages, replace all of them for 20 million. And because we've extended the route, I will build another couple down here at this depot and send them out. We can sell you off because we don't need you anymore. We'll go in Atlantic and we'll go 4 carriages, please. 1, 2, 3, 4. Clone and send them both out on the river line as well. Yes, I'm really looking forward to the diesel area where we can get some variety. I've hopefully downloaded a bunch of colour schemes and carriages and stuff so we can get a bit of variety going. So you are the slag train. You're coming out. Why did you bring stone somewhere? That's weird. Wait, what are you? You're the iron ore train. Why are you hauling slag? Oh, that's not good. Let's just fix you up. So Fort Collins North, you should be unloading only. You are not picking slag up and taking it all the way back here just to load it onto the stone train. We have a slag train specifically for that purpose, please. Good. So, with this crazy convoluted junction built that I'm not sure actually works, I should reconnect the roads before I forget. Yeah, I know. I'll reconnect the nodes while I'm doing my summing up speed. Oh, that works. We can get a level crossing in under the bridge. Good stuff. But yeah, so it's been another exciting episode. I would like to thank you for your company again. This has been Transport Fever on the American Free Game Map. I've been T-Nick, and I look forward to seeing you again next week, ladies and gentlemen. Until then, later days. Are you carrying anything? Oh, the coal train's finally back, everyone. The coal train's back. Woo! He made it back. Yay! He's finally back to be replaced. Good. You know, meanwhile, the other one's just... Wait, where are you? Where are you? No, you're doing okay. This is fine. This is fine. Everything is fine.